Hello, everybody. It's Cav County Severe Weather Team making a quick update video on the forecast. It's currently 6:55 p.m. on Saturday. It was a wonderful day today. Very beautiful outside. Not too hot. Was a little bit warm, but not too hot. Let's get started off, of course, with our sponsor, Mr. Dylan Snyder, Realtor at Alabama Living Real Estate. For all your real estate needs, please consider giving him a call at 256-979-4330. And again, thanks very much, Mr. Dylan, for sponsoring our videos and our content again this month. Now let's take a look outside right now. Not too bad out there. 64 degrees at 6:55 p.m. Winds are absolutely calm out there. It is clear as it can be outside. No rainfall, and no rainfall is sight at the moment for at least the next 6 to 10 days, I'm going to say. Now let's take a quick look at tonight's forecast. We'll move on to that. Forget my graphic. It's been glitching out there, and I can't seem to figure out why it's doing it. But anyway, tonight looks like we get down to a low of 53 degrees over here in Fort Payne area, 58 in Huntsville, 54 Coleman, 54 Stevenson, 59 Russellville, and 59 over in Florence. Now, for tomorrow, our forecast outlook, Sunday will be sunny, highs around 83 degrees. Storm Prediction Center did bring in the threat of some thunderstorms far northeast portion of Alabama, but we'll take a look at that in a minute. Sunday night looks to be mostly clear, low of 56. Columbus Day, sunny, high 69. Monday night will be mostly clear, low 45 degrees. And then for Tuesday, a few clouds, high 63 degrees, overall mostly sunny. And I am concerned about the fire weather conditions for next week as we get that Canadian cold front moving in with some of the coldest air that we've seen this season. And let's take a look at that. Speaking of temperature outlooks, between the 18th and 22nd, we do expect to be still slightly above average, but of course, next week, I believe we drop down below average temperatures. That's between, the 16th time frame. But this is moving forward just a little bit. The 18th, 22nd, looks like we warm back up again, slightly above average. 8 through 14 day, well, we warm up just a little bit more, above average for between the 20th to the 26th. Rainfall looking scarce, below average chances of rain for North Alabama between the 18th and 22nd. But as we move on to the 20th to 26th, models average out on the rainfall. There is a potential for some rainfall to move in. As far as total precipitation between now and next week, we don't expect any rainfall at all. Now, let's take a look at some of the graphics here. High pressure, going to be pretty much control of the weather still. We get this cold front moving through on the 16th. Drop south, brings some of the coolest air that we've seen all season, the Canadian cool front rather. Then high pressure quickly builds in behind it with sunny skies, drier air, lower humidity, and gusty winds up to 20 miles per hour. That's where my concern for fire hazards are going to come in at, will be next week. So something to mention. We will be keeping an eye on the fire weather conditions. Looking at satellite across the area, clear, not a cloud in sight. Absolutely clear on the Gozar satellite there. Looking at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for the 13th, which is Sunday, they introduced a very, very low risk of thunderstorms, mainly a northeast portion, far northeastern tip of Alabama there, including the Huntsville area as well. Jackson County, parts of DeKalb, but most stay dry. I don't see anything, unfortunately. Now, speaking of the cold front, here it is. It drops south into the 16th, which is Wednesday, bringing some of the coolest air we've seen. Look at that, lows in the 30s with highs only in the 50s and 60s. Low 60s, that is. Some areas stay in the upper 50s, so very, very cool air for this time of year. Now, let's look at the GFS, which is pretty interesting what it's showing. Now, let's move on out to the 22nd. It shows a very heavy band of showers and storms moving through around the 22nd to 23rd, and then another tropical system going through potentially Panama. But again, this is really, really far out from now. Like, I really don't hold really any faith in this at all, but we'll watch it just to be on the safe side. We'll still watch it, but I mean, it would be nice. We do need the rain, but Florida does not need another tropical system. So hopefully this is nonsense. But we will continue watching it anyway, just to be sure. But yes, we definitely could use that heavier rain. And also want to mention before we end the video that I have been watching the future outlook models as far as the threat of, storms and stuff, because we're getting into tornado season again. We're getting into our second tornado season in November, and models are looking favorable of some storm systems to start developing. Now, when they arrive, don't know. Models are just kind of hinting at it right now to the west of us. So when we get that, I don't know. But models are starting to pinpoint in the direction of a stormier weather pattern. So once that high pressure finally gets out of here. So that being said, going to get ready to wrap it up. Thanks so much for joining me here at 7 o'clock Saturday. Have a great night. God bless. It is 63 degrees outside. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks again, everybody. We'll have a live update, hopefully tomorrow night. See you then. Thanks again.